All right, Warwick High School is the venue. Greg Pickenharris along with Nate Milton. Middle School Volleyball Championships, boys style. Gildersleeve versus Dozier. These two teams know each other.
Absolutely, my friend. Second verse, same as the first. Championship rematch from last year. We're going to see, do we get a different result tonight?
It's all about getting off to the good start.
Right. How you start often influences the way you finish things up. So we'll see if the Dragons or the Seahawks can jump out to that good start.
All right, volleyball action. Stay tuned.
The Telecommunications Center is an award-winning television production facility for high school students in the Newport News Public Schools. Students can learn studio, remote production, audio operation, editing, directing, and much more. Students can also earn college credit through dual enrollment. The center has graduates working for MTV, ESPN, CNN, Entertainment Tonight, and Tyler Perry Studios. If you want to jumpstart your career in broadcasting, contact your guidance counselor or call 591-4687.
All right, and welcome back to Warwick High School. Boys volleyball action. Greg Pickenharris along with Nate Milton. As it is, two familiar teams in Gildersleeve and Dozier. Gildersleeve wearing the gray, Dozier wearing the green. So, what are the keys, first of all, for Gildersleeve?
I think the keys for Gildersleeve, Greg, they got to come out here. They've got to be aggressive. You know, we talk about just teams embodying the mentality of their coach. You've heard of Mamba mentality with the late, great Kobe Bryant. But with Coach Bamba here and the Gildersleeve Seahawks, they need that Bamba mentality to come out here and really press the action. And for Dozier, Dozier's got to come out here. Dozier's the defending champion. They know what this is all about. They've been on this stage before. Dozier's got to come out here, impose their will. This is going to be great, Greg. A clash of the Titans, a crucial conflict, if you will. Ali Frazier, Lakers, Celtics, Yankees, Red Sox, of course, in the annals of those great rivalries, Greg. Dozier, Gildersleeve, middle school volleyball.
Don't
it's
forget
going
Ohio
down.
State, Michigan.
Ohio State, Michigan.
Carolina, Duke.
This is right up there with them. Second consecutive year, Dozier and Gildersleeve facing off for the title.
Should be interesting. The whole key is to keep it, if you can, to 2 games. Because that third game could be a marathon.
Yep. And
it's wide open because it comes down to being in shape by the third game.
Yeah, we saw that in the girls' game that we called earlier, Greg. Just, you know, if you can jump out to that big lead early, it just makes everything else easier. So we'll see if Gildersleeve or Dozier can come out here, set the tempo early, get into that rhythm, get into that flow, and try to make this a quick night out here at Warwick High School.
Key is getting off that good start, momentum, tempo, off-season, conditioning, everything comes down to this. Championship volleyball, middle school style. Boys action. High energy is the key. Gildersleeve coached by Lindsey Bamba Holcomb. Dozier by Alex Jackson. He's a Jackson, of course.
Alex Jackson just doing a great job trying to get Dozier to their second consecutive championship. Both teams, Greg, came into this game 6-1 on the regular season, and their only losses were to each other. So this is the rubber match. Gildersleeve's beating Dozier this year. Dozier's beating Gildersleeve. Whoever wins this game walks away with the title.
3-0 already. Just like that. Just like in any sport, getting off that early point lead means a lot. Big break there for Gildersleeve. Talk about some of the players that we sticking out today.
Absolutely. Well, you know, when you talk about Gildersleeve, you're talking about players like Zach Davis, Joseph Jordan, Jose Alvarado, Luke Combs, Luke Woodward, Thomas Harrington, Kyan Higgs, Riley Bacard, Edwin Turner, Cameron Sanders, Marcus Falone, Shane Remigon. Just some of the great players. Ivan Zagurski. You know, some of the great players on this Gildersleeve Seahawks roster that Coach Bomba's bringing out today.
Talk about Kobe with Mamba. We got Mamba, too.
Listen, we got that Bomba mentality. Wow.
4-3. High energy intensity tonight. Middle school volleyball at its best. Greg Bickett, State Milton, glad you're with us. So the girls in 2. One thing is you don't want to expend too much energy cheering because that can still affect your energy throughout the match.
Yeah. Well, we're seeing Gildersleeve, you know, as you mentioned earlier, Greg, got family on their shirts. Coming out here, trying to feed off of that energy off each other, feed off of the energy of this crowd that's here at Warwick High School to watch this event. Can they use that energy to their advantage? Or, like you said, will they burn off too much of that energy early?
5-3. That ball goes out of bounds. Like tennis, it hits your hands, it goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
Like tennis, it hits the racket, it goes out of bounds too.
And it's all about that good service game, and we're seeing that right now from Gildersleeve, trying to make things happen here, trying to avenge what happened last year. You know, back in the 70s, Greg, you and I know, James Brown had a great song called The Big Payback. And that's what this is for Gildersleeve this year. They want revenge. They want the payback. They're mad about what happened last year, and they want a title this year.
That's right. It's all going to unfold right here at Warwick High School, Newport News. March Volleyball Madness.
Absolutely. And shout out to the crowd. You're seeing this is a big crowd for this middle school volleyball championship. Again, a community event like you always talk about, Greg.
Sometimes you see more attendance at the middle school level than the high school level.
Yeah. And it's always good to see, you know, supporting the kids, these extracurricular activities, academics, athletics activities.
I'm waiting
Great
for
to
some
see.
elementary school championships.
Yeah. I'm sure that those will be exciting as well.
Unforced error. Some of the key players, as we mentioned for Dozier, are Green, Walling, Jackson, Cook, Sorrell, Parker, McCraven, Lopez, Sanchez, Lowry, Granger, Webb, Tejon, and of course, for Gildersleeve, Davis, Jordan, Alvarado, Combs, Woodard, Harrington, Higgs, Smith, and as Nate said, Zagurski.
And of course, you mentioned Oscar Ibarra Lopez for Dozier. His sister, we saw her earlier in the girls' game, Estefani Ibarra Lopez. So a family affair, a family tradition out here for the Dozier Dragons.
8-4. That ball goes out of bounds.
Wow.
A lot of intensity here at Warwick High School, 10-4.
Gildersleeve has come out like a house on fire, Greg, really being proactive tonight.
These players, like Nate mentioned, remember last year. Of course, you watched it again on YouTube.
Absolutely. I'm sure Coach Bamba probably had the kids watching what happened last year, and they don't want it to happen again. Luke Combs, number 8 on your screen here, folks, has been really great on this service game for the Gildersleeve Seahawks, or the sleeve, as my broadcast partner would say.
I love that, the sleeve. Of course, the officials, Virginia artist Chris Macbeth. Macbeth is in the high chair tonight. You were actually up in the high chair, right?
Yeah, it's actually a nice little view. If you don't mind volleyball zipping past your head.
So far, we haven't get too many balls towards our way this first set. But it's 12-4. That's a huge advantage. Almost halfway through set one. Greg Bickadere, Steve Milton, Ray Price, glad you're with us here at Warwick High School. Middle School Volleyball Championships, in essence. Thank Jenny Nuttyco for her help tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. Just a great tradition here at Warwick High School. And it's great to be able to bring you this action, folks, to bring you this community event like we talk about. Sports can do such a great job for these kids, getting them off the computer, getting them off their phones, getting them active, and giving them a team to be a part of.
13-5. $14-5, all Gildersleeve.
And now we've got Bryce Langhorn back here for the serve for the Gildersleeve Seahawks.
Just enough mustard. Sometimes a soft touch can do it just as well as a hard spike.
Ivan Zagurski right there, just with a little dab will do you. Just a little dollop right there, just a little tap.
That's it. Tip top. Whatever Dozier's going at, Gildersleeve's got the answer.
Big man right there, Ivan Zagurski, the Eastern Bloc right there. I think what we see, Greg, with the boys as opposed to the girls, we see a little bit more net fighting. It's a little bit more of a vertical game. And Zagurski right there with two big plays back to back.
If you're relating to basketball, Gildersleeve's got that intensity in Westbrook. That tenacity, non-stop.
And we're seeing it's a team eating off of the energy. We'll see now, Dozier, the defending champs, can they get back up off the mat?
Dozier needs to turn that light switch on now.
Looking to the officials right now for clarification.
Got two officials tonight. They've done double duty for the girls and the boys game both.
Yeah, great job by the officials and also the line judges out here with the flags.
We're getting countdown to 30 years of high school football starting this fall.
Yeah, this is a big year here on NNPS TV, my friend. Not only 30 years of high school football, but also, we had the monumentous episode. I almost said effort, but episode celebrating your efforts with Sports Highlights, my friend.
Keeping track of all those guests. Oh, my goodness.
So many great interviews over the years.
And we only got 13. We could have picked 100 easily.
Yeah.
But 13, you stand out, though. You don't want to get too many either. Best of. Remember, it's a best of.
I was going to say, there's always the possibility, Greg, you can do a best of part two. Greg says, I don't want to do it.
Waiting on you for that one, Dave. All right, 17-9.
It's been all Gildersleeve so far.
Oh, I saw a foot there. I thought I saw a foot.
Wow.
17-10.
Dozier trying to come back here.
If you're just joining us, you need 25. Best of three. The third game would go to 15, but just like in the girls, it was just two sets.
And the Dozier boys swept Gildersleeve last year. Gildersleeve trying to rectify that.
You can't get too high or low because just like that, you can lose momentum quick.
Absolutely. Life comes at you fast if If you don't take a look around, you might miss it, as they said in Ferris Bueller.
Can't take your eye off the ball at all. It's all about eye contact.
Wow.
He touched it. Yeah, he touched it. Good call by the official.
And the crazy thing about that, Greg, is if Dozier doesn't touch it, that's out of bounds.
There's no replay. They can't go back and look at it.
That would be something if we had coaches' challenges in volleyball.
19-10. Eight-point lead for Gildersleeve.
Again, we got Coach Bamba for the Seahawks, leading her team against Coach Alex Jackson and the Dozier Dragons.
Not like we have Mike Pereira up here as a rules analyst. Eight-point lead for the Sleeve. Make it 9.
Edwin Turner, number 21. Skies high in the air, Greg, and brings it down. Gildersleeve on a roll, now just 5 points away from taking his first game.
Shaking and baking. 9-point advantage for the Sleeve. Wow, good save there by Dozier. Not enough. Yeah, I've never seen the foot stuff. I gotta admit.
Right, this isn't soccer.
Kicking in the foot. I've never seen it.
Gildersleeve 4 points away.
Keeping it in play. Yeah, just enough. Sometimes you try to hit it at their body when they're not expecting it.
Yep.
And if it touches their body and they can't get it over the net, you get the point.
It's about, positioning. It's about finesse. And Luke Combs right there, we saw just body control, and he's able to knock it over. Gildersleeve inching closer to winning this first game.
22-11. They've got the lead. Double digits up by 11. Nice serve. Oh, when it rains, it pours. It's raining right now, Seahawks.
Coach Jackson with a well-timed timeout, Greg. Maybe just wanting to settle the Dragons down a little bit.
Absolutely. You see the banners from all the different schools on the peninsula. Back in the day when there was a Peninsula District basketball tournament, that's long gone now. I think basketball's got to do a reset, kind of get, to be a little bit more front and center with the public next year. It's been they're always hidden by football, but they got to become more front and center.
Yeah, especially when you consider, you talk about the history, Greg, and some of the great basketball teams we've seen over the years, from Woodside and Mitchfield and Denby over the years, Coach Katufis and Coach Moore, the late great Coach Ben Moore, and some of the great coaches we've had the chance to see, Coach Henderson and Mitchfield over the years. They've got to get back to that. They've got to get back to those rivalries. They've got to get back to getting the kids excited to come out and watch these games. And I'm hoping, like you said, Greg, that they can do that next season.
Yep. A lot of fun in person.
Because that was when you and I were in high school. That was an event, going to those basketball games.
32-minute battle for sure.
This is an event right here, championship game.
Yeah. Woo. Set point. 24-11. But all Sleeve.
Luke Combs.
The Bamba effort.
Got the Bamba mentality. Coach Bamba's boys 1 point away from taking the first game.
And she just did. Bamba's team is victorious.
Wow.
25-11. That was not close. They came out with fire and intensity. They did not give up.
Yeah, Gildersleeve came out. They, like you always say, Greg, they worked their plan and they planned their work, and that's what they did right there. Coach Bamba had a game plan in place. Gildersleeve came out and executed it. Dozier didn't have an answer, so now we'll see. Can Dozier adjust? Can Coach Alex Jackson and the Dragons adjust? Because if not, Greg, we might have a new champion this year.
And they're only one set away.
One set away.
So Dozier's got a lot of work to do.
This is a much different game than last year when we saw Dozier sweep in 2 straight games the Gildersleeve Seahawks.
And as Coach Bullock said, a longtime football assistant at Newport News, business, the means and ways used to satisfy your wants and needs. And right now, it's all business for Gildersleeve.
All business. This is not fun right here. This is not a pleasure trip. This is a business trip for the Gildersleeve Seahawks, the Ethel M. Gildersleeve Seahawks representing, coming out here tonight, taking that first game, and now we'll see. Again, the onus is on the champs. The onus is on the Dozier Dragons. Can they find a way to light that fire again and take a second game and force a third set?
We shall see. We'll take a short break, come back after these messages.
Music and fine arts provide enriching experiences. They teach students that there can be more than one solution to a problem, more than one right answer, that mistakes are learning experiences and present an opportunity to be creative and flexible. The arts encourage persistence and dedication. They require sustained concentration, personal reflection involving critical analysis, and self-adjustment to reach desired goals. These are essential 21st century skills, skills recognized as important to productive career and citizen success. Each student deserves and benefits from an arts-rich education.
All right, back for set 2. Warwick High School, Greg Bigbear, State Milton. Glad you're with us. Scholastic volleyball action, middle school level, here at Warwick High School in Newport News. For more, log on to nnpstv.com. At Greg Bick on Twitter. That's GREGBIC.
At N the number 8 MOZAIK. At Nate Mosaic on Twitter as well.
We always talk about it. Twitter still is king.
Yeah.
The others are trying to catch up. I think Facebook's more for social and family stuff.
Yeah.
But Twitter's all business.
And Twitter is the thing because you got that instant reaction, particularly when you talk about live sports or live political events. You know, we're in an election year, and all that news just travels so fast on Twitter. And so, yeah, Facebook used to be the king, but Twitter is still the reigning champ right now.
Twitter's all business. Facebook's all about birthdays.
Facebook's all about the birthdays, but we saw right there, Gildersleeve getting the present, starting us off here in the second game. Luis Sanchez tried to pick that up off the court, but was unable to.
Right where they left off, southpaw serving, left-hander, 1-0.
We're going to see Trayvon Green, number 1 for the Dozier Dragons on serve, Greg.
Big point there. These early points are key as the match evolves.
Yeah, especially for the Dozier Dragons. They got to stop this run. They can't allow Gildersleeve to get on a roll. Both teams 6-1 on the regular season. This is the rubber match. Their only losses apiece were to each other.
Sometimes you get too close to the net, you don't have any elbow room to get it over.
Yeah, that was Cameron Walling kind of looking like he ran into a bit of a wall right there with that stout defense of the Gildersleeve Seahawks.
And the sleeve are up 3-1. Uh-oh, you don't want to go too far back and too high. And that goes out of bounds. See, when you start hitting the ball too far back, you don't have it. You're getting further and further away from getting it over the net.
Jackson once said, too high to get over, too low to get under, and now you're just stuck in the middle.
You're exactly right. That's a great analogy. Of course, you can add date night on Facebook. Maybe.
We'll see that. Look, there's a vetting process.
We got a lot of spam, too, right now.
Absolutely. The only spam I want is at breakfast time.
That's it. If you say good morning, you got to serve breakfast when you say it.
Yes.
4-2.
And again, getting here, we saw Dozier beat Booker T. Washington and Crittenden in the first 2 rounds. Gildersleeve beat Achievable Dream and Huntington to reach the final.
That stays in.
Wow.
Also want to thank the great school board and the superintendent for doing a great job in Newport News. Newport News is one of the biggest cities in the state.
That's what it's all about here, NNPS. Education, athletics, activities, building leaders of the future.
Of course, you and I went to Ferguson and Menchville.
Yep.
We're products of Newport News.
And of course, when you talk about middle school, I was part of the first class at Gildersleeve. And I remember meeting Miss Gildersleeve. She was there day one to welcome the kids to Gildersleeve.
Outstanding woman for sure. Whoa. That time he thought somebody else was going to assist. Assists are big.
And communication is key. In any working relationship, any team, you got to have that communication.
Oh, that goes way up in the air.
Wow.
He scooped it too low. And when you're that tall, if you go down that low, it's hard to get back up.
Yeah.
7-3, the sleeve. 18 points away from winning.
This is a much different Gildersleeve team than we saw last year.
Focus from point one. Net play.
Wow.
And it goes to the sleeve.
There we see.
Of course, you got a future coach here in Jackson. Talking to the official.
And we see Mark Jackson shares the name of a former coach. Mama, there goes that man. Mark Jackson.
Played for St. John's.
Speaking to the officials.
Eight to 3. Greg Bickbear, St. Milton, glad you're with us. March Volleyball Madness, we're calling it.
Absolutely, my friend.
Dozier was dominant in girls play.
And I think what we're seeing right now, like, Gildersleeve came out and did something that the girls didn't do. They came out with a forceful game plan. And unfortunately, the girls weren't able to come out and execute early on, and they fell behind Dozier. It's been the complete opposite here with the boys. The Gildersleeve boys have come out here with a game plan. They've attacked. They haven't let up the pressure, and that's why they're in the lead.
Much needed point there for the Dragons.
And now we're seeing more conferences here. Coach Bamba speaking to the officials over there.
They switched sides, of course, respectively, as they did in the girls' game, too.
And we got Mark Jackson back here getting ready to serve.
Thank you to Beth Scott for doing a nice job with the article of the 300th edition of Sports Highlights. Beth is a good writer. And you're seeing a lot of those writers from the newspapers doing more internet stuff.
Yep.
Because the newspapers are starting to phase out a lot of the writers.
Yeah, it's kind of a good way for these great writers to be able to continue, with the changing and the advancements in media now. Like, you and I are old school, Greg. We enjoy reading a physical newspaper in our hands, but
occasionally,
as we were talking about, the kids, everything is on their phones, everything's on their tablets, and so you got to adjust if you're a writer and find that next medium.
You don't see many tablets like you used to.
No.
It's more about the phone. But you got me involved.
You got a computer in your hand. That is how wild it is.
And of course, these teams, they don't have the names on the jerseys either. For the most part, at least for Gildersleeve. Dozier has some names on the back of theirs.
Yeah, Dozier's. Well, I guess when you're the defending champion, Greg, you can put some names on the back of the uniform.
Put your name on it.
Put some respect on their name.
9-4, the sleeve. That's going to go way out.
Oh, my goodness.
What a save.
Wow.
Good hustle. He's a Jackson. Remember, he's a Jackson.
Yep. Excellent effort by Mark Jackson. Unfortunately, it went out of bounds, but you got to give that young man credit. Mama, there goes that man.
Yeah. That was a big hustle there by Jackson.
Yeah.
He remembers that fire from last year.
Again, this team trying to repeat as champions.
It's 10-5. Dozier trailing, serving.
Oh, wow.
Got to watch your footwork. It's easy, Nate. It's been a long day for these kids.
Yep. And that is Tajon McCraven back there And like you said, Greg, they had a whole full day at school, all the activities, and now they got to focus on this big-time championship matchup.
Couple good points right there by the Dragons.
And that's what Gildersleeve didn't want, Greg. You don't want Doja to get back into this, and that's a great timeout. Great timeout by Coach Baum, but she can feel the momentum starting to shift. You don't want to let the Dragons back in.
It's 10-7.
That's a rule of life, Greg. If you've got a dragon at bay, don't wake them up. Let the sleeping dragon lie.
A lot of fans here for the volleyball action here at Warwick High School and Newport News. Glad you're with us on Cox Cable 47517 and NPSTV.com. And heck, you can share this on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, all types of platforms.
So many avenues.
The TV audience, it's the internet audience too.
Yeah. But that's what a lot of shows are finding out now. Like, it's not just watching on TV, but it's that secondary audience that can watch it the next day or the next week when they get time. And so, yeah, like, these kids, this is a big deal for them, being able to be out here not only on NNPS TV, but to be on the YouTube page as well. So that way they can always go back and show relatives and family members that aren't in the state what we did, how we won that championship.
And not to mention, too, that they can watch it when it's on TV at the same time on NNPSTV.com.
And I can't tell you, over the years, how many people have said, that we saw your games, whether it be football, basketball, whatever, and also coaches. Like, there are football coaches that will scout players from our footage. And so, yeah, this is the place to be, folks.
And right now, just like that, 13 points away from winning the whole thing is Gildersleeve. And you mentioned about scouting, and we wish Dusty Baker all the best.
Yeah.
Because he inherited a mess there in Houston. And Dusty Baker's one of the classiest guys around.
Yeah, and I think that was a great hire from Houston. If you want somebody to clean up a mess, Dusty Baker's the guy. No nonsense. He's a player's coach, but at the same time, he's not going to put up for any foolishness.
The biggest mistake the Dodgers did, never hiring Dusty Baker.
Yep.
One of the best Dodgers of all time, in my opinion. The great Dusty Baker. Dusty was great. He played with Fernando Valenzuela, Steve Sachs, Garvey, Say, Monday. He's a great manager. Great player for the Dodgers. 14-7.
Oh,
took his eye off the ball there.
Just a bit of a miscalculation, bit of a misjudgment right there.
And you're going to have lapses along the way.
Yep.
But it comes down to what you do during the offseason to get ready for the season. You can't just show up on game one and be ready to play. Oh, good save again by Jackson. Not enough juice that time.
So much hustle right now being shown by these Dozier Dragons, but they just can't seem to claw their way all the way back.
Got to get it together. 15-8 is the score. The sleeve up and serving. Nice point. Good rally so far. Sleeve in the gray. It goes out of bounds. As we said all night long, too much mustard.
Too much mustard, too much sauce, too much dip on your chip, young fella. But this is the moment right here. This is where Dozier can step up. This is the moment where Dozier's got to seize the opportunity, seize the day. Carpe diem, Dragons. If you're going to get back into this game, you need to get on a run right now, because if not, Gildersleeve is going to take your crown.
Who's going to close the deal? Oh, good point here. Good save by the Dragons. Good rally. Too high. Oh, what a point.
Wow. Wow.
And it goes towards Dozier, much needed.
What a point by the Dragons, Greg.
Alex Jackson tried to rally his troops against Bamba. See what Bamba has to say about that. Excellent coaches here tonight on both squads. Nice rally. These teams are not giving up, neither one of them. Very impressed by their tenacity. And their energy, too, to keep it going this late in the school day. That goes way up in the air. Like a foul ball in baseball, those days. Oh,
Wow, what a rally.
somebody had to give that time. That's of no fault of anybody.
No, great effort by both teams, Greg. This is what it's all about. They know a championship is hanging in the balance. Gildersleeve, though, was able to finish off that rally. Great shot by the Seahawks.
Just like that. It's 17-10. So that's the problem. You lose a point, then another point, then it all kind of it's a trickle-down effect.
You can't allow yourself to focus on the last point. You've got to think about the next point. You got to think about the point after that. You got to be moving forward. And right now,
that's 3 points in a row right there.
Those are 3 big points in a row given up by the Dozier Dragons.
They're hard to overcome late in the set, too. Early on, you can overcome it. It's hard right now. 18-10. What a good save there, though, by the Dragons. They still have some fire left. Excellent save there by Green.
Yeah, you got to give him credit right there. Trayvon Green, key to that play right there, going out there and hustling. And now we'll see number 5, Cameron Walling, on the serve. Can he get something going for Dozier?
And just like in football, the quarterback, and basketball, the point guard, you got to have team leaders in all sports. This is a team sport in truth.
Whoa! Oh,
wow! Now they're saying no. She couldn't make up her mind right there. I don't think she got confused.
Wow!
You can't give up points like that.
Big break for Dozier.
Yes. See, then they get a couple points.
And there it is. The momentum shift happens so quickly, Greg.
The thing is, 1 point turns into 2 quick. Another stoppage in play. As the intensity, you can feel it here at Warwick High School.
That's a smart timeout again by Coach Bamba, slowing the momentum, breaking it down a little bit because Dozier looked like they were about to go on a bit of a roll. So great timeout by Coach Bamba and the Seahawks. Coach Alex Jackson over there figuring out a game plan, seeing if they can get back, win this second game, and force a third set. I'm telling you, folks, don't sleep on the Dragons. Don't sleep on Coach Alex Jackson. You know, Phil Jackson with the Bulls and the Lakers had the triangle offense. Alex Jackson here with the Dragons has that Dragons lair offense. And we'll see if they can pull the Seahawks into the Dragons lair, or will Gildersleeve be able to fly away, my friends?
Slim sleeve if they need something.
They get slim sleeve, slipping and slide. They got to do something.
Hey, you didn't mention Phil Jackson when he was with the Knicks.
I don't think Phil Jackson wants to mention that either.
He probably erased it from his Wikipedia page.
The only thing he liked about the Knicks was the checks, I bet.
19-13. Yeah, I think it's better off that he just retires now.
Yeah.
Big point. And that's an example of 2 points in a row. 5 points away from winning this contest.
Gildersleeve 5 points away from getting retribution for last year.
The Mamba effect. Great teamwork by both teams. And Jackson's trying to will his team back. 20-14. They're still within excellent chance in, point range when you can't slip too much further back.
No. And then we see Oscar Ibarra-Lopez on the serve.
When that scoreboard gets to 20 plus, it's harder and harder to come back. Now it's 21-14.
And the thing is, though, Greg, they're 4 points away, but you can't ever count out the heart of a champion. You can't ever count out the heart of a champion. And I'm telling you, Greg, 4 points for the Seahawks, but I would not count out Dozier. They've got the heart.
Experienced coach.
Experienced
players. They've been there, done that before. But right now, the hourglass is ticking.
Yeah. This is it right here. Coach Alex Jackson trying to coach his guys up for one last run. Can you give us one last charge? Empty the tanks, as they would say. This is it. Because there's no tomorrow. This is it. If you lose this game, you lose your title, and the crown goes to Gildersleeve.
I mean, and you got to have your eye on the ball. And at the same time, just like Dozier needs to refocus, Gildersleeve needs to stay focused.
Yep. They can't afford a mental lapse here.
Leaders always step up at this time. People that can make decisions, like right now. Who will make that key play? And see, too close to the net, get underneath the net.
Yep.
3 points away.
And Cameron Sanders was a key player right there on that last play for the Gildersleeve Seahawks. Now, like you said, Greg, 3 points away from having a new boys middle school volleyball champion.
That serve is so important. That's been the theme tonight, the serve for the girls and the boys. And the rallies and the consistency, the never give up attitude.
Wow.
Deep in the corner, the right corner from us.
I'm telling you, that's that champion's luck, Greg. Those shots only fall for teams that have won titles before.
A little smile out of Jackson there, too. He's like, let's don't give up yet. I think you and I need to take on Jackson one-on-one in volleyball. Ooh. 23-15. Both teams still fighting hard late in this game. Can't give up. Got to keep that energy going. The rallies are so important here. You got to rely on your opponents too.
Oh,
sometimes to make that mistake, because you can't always get the winner.
Yep.
The winner's an outright winning shot. Sometimes the unforced errors help you get those points too.
Absolutely, my friend. And here we go. Point game for the Seahawks. Can they do it?
They won the first one 25-11. Still in play. You got a chance when it's in play. All right. Woo. As we continue to roll on here for more. But still, set point. This is when your hair grows on your neck. In our case, we don't have much.
Yeah, but what little we have is tingling right now.
You can feel it right now.
McCraven on service.
24-16. Where's the mustard at? Every point counts. You can tell the nervousness of Coach Jackson. Bamba's doing the Mamba effect right now. 7-point lead for the sleeve.
Tajon McCraven wanting to make sure he gets the right serve.
Slapping the ball across. That's it. That's it. 25-17.
Wow.
Combined the two sets. 50-28 as far as 78 total points.
I don't believe it, Greg Bicaveras. The Seahawks and Coach Bamba have slain the Dragons. The champions have fallen, and we have a new title holder. The title is going to Gildersleeve.
And the girls wanted a sweep
Yep.
for Dozier.
Yep.
And then for the boys, it was all the sleeve.
Yeah, in 2019, it was a sweep on both sides by Dozier. This year, we split the title. The girls for Dozier are the champs, and the boys for Gildersleeve have redeemed themselves from last season, and they are now our new
And
champs.
we talked about the other schools. The other schools can watch this, the other middle schools, and hopefully they can be in here next year.
Absolutely. This is kind of inspiration for Achievable Dream, Booker T. Washington, Huntington, Crittenden, Passage, Hines. If you want to be here where Dozier and Gildersleeve were, work hard, listen to your coaches, work hard in school, and you could be here challenging for the championship.
All right, once again, the final score, it was all the sleeve. Winning 25-11.
So they had some tricks up their sleeve, my friend.
They did, and 25-17. Congratulations to all the schools, both Gildersleeve and Dozier, girls and boys volleyball action at the middle school level here at Warwick High School in Newport News. For Ray Price, doing a great job of the camera work, and Nate Milton, I'm Greg Bicaveras. For more, log on to nnpstv.com, and we'll talk to you soon.